before I do this. That matchstick though. I wish I had a lighter. This is just to cleanse the entire video and just wish prosperity. Full of prosperity in whatever. Just gotta. Okay. I don't know what I'm particularly doing, but I guess this is my spiritual journey type of thing. I just thought I'd like to talk about my journey to, I don't know, just my spiritual journey, I guess. And it's been interesting because I think it took a whole lot of death and rebirth stuff. For me, that's what I've been through in the past year, and it's been tumultuous. And I thought I could try to just create a video just to kind of possibly help people with their spiritual journey, because it can be a bit tough. And there's a lot of times where we can just kind of, not even spiritual journey, just self-growth, honestly. A lot of times we can just feel stuck into the exact same mindset over and over again, and we put so much of guilt and shame to ourselves with, feeling just the basic type of emotions that every single human can feel. And I've been reading a ton of books, not a ton, but a few, in the past month, and to be honest, I'm proud of myself, because the way I deal with feelings is I just look it up, and I think it's an unhealthy thing to do, because the way I look it up is more so trying to rationalize how, for example, the other party of a problem that I'm in is thinking, and why they're thinking it, and what I must have done wrong. And I think that's just kind of coming from being an empath and always feeling bad and always being so sensitive to other people's feelings. And I think I've started to realize as well that I tend to internalize and just kind of project other people's feelings onto me, and that's a huge problem. And I haven't noticed this until just recently, which is a big thing. I just kind of absorb other people's energy, which is, harsh. I think I need better lighting. Yeah, that's much more better. Yeah, and so I've been wanting to try and build my intuition, and I kind of saw on Twitter and stuff like that, to pick up a tarot deck. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I got myself a deck. Tarot Dreams. And it's been, I remember seeing this in a reading, because I used to always watch readings all the time. I still kind of do, but like on YouTube, just people doing all these type of, like for signs for their monthly reading and stuff like that. So there was this one reading that I saw. I don't know who it was from. I don't watch that person. It was just a suggestion on my recommended list of videos, and I just automatically was just mesmerized by the illustrations. Genuinely mesmerized by it. I could just show you like what the particular card I was really like. I was immediately like, I need this deck, even though I wasn't at the time too interested in like purchasing a deck and doing all that type of stuff. I was like, no way, I'm gonna get into tarot. Like, it's not for me. But after seeing this one, just the strength card, it just completely blew me away. I'm like, I need a deck, and I feel like it's something calling me to just kind of do it. Do tarot, and I don't know. one thing I wanted to talk about actually on this video particularly, because I can go on and on and on and on and on. This is just kind of like an introduction, but first thing I wanted to talk about was codependency. I think it's really important, especially as a codependent person. I would say that I would say that I am a codependent person. I'm not ashamed of it as much as a lot of people kind of have this stigma against it, like, oh, if you're codependent, you're toxic, you're this and that. Yes, there's certain elements of it that is so wild, and we tend to put so much of we tend to put us on a guilt trip for being a certain way. But to be honest, it is wrong, yes, but at the same time, it's not our fault for being the way that we are, and it's just our our duty to just kind of heal the wounds and just kind of, not kind of, you have to learn how to maneuver through them in a healthy way, and that's what I'm learning at the moment, and I hope to be able to share what I've learned through experience and doing whatever I want in this channel with that, because I'm going to be learning about it. I'm going to be buying a book. I'm purchasing a book on it, and I think it's really important to definitely dig in and heal that inner child and reparent yourself. That's all codependency, healing from codependency is. And I think it's really important to understand that we have every right to be mad and be angry and be frustrated, and that's the way we are trying to convey that when we have a problem with someone that we may be codependent to, and that's our way of showcasing it, and it's okay, it's fine, but you have to slowly break out of that tendency and to have a balance of both worlds. When I say that we have to have a balance of both worlds, what I mean is that I don't know if this is right to say, because I don't want to discredit the way we feel, but at the same time, it's like we have to manage the type of tendencies we have. That's the way to deal with it, and there's nothing wrong with you. Okay, you don't have a mental issue. Maybe you do. What? I mean a mental illness. It's not an issue. Sorry, I really apologize, because I do have a mental issue. But which I'll be talking about in the following whatever. But I'm still learning, honestly. The thing I can really say right now is just not to blame yourself, and just to keep learning. And it's something my friend said to me today, because I was a bit upset over some stuff. You can't always be positive all the time, 24/7. We try our best. We really do. Everyone does. I've seen it with so many people that I know, just people that I'm really close to, that are close to my heart, that are really important to me. Everyone is trying their best at the end of the day, even the people that we kind of get mad over. But, there are days where we'll be feeling really shit. And we have our own way of dealing with it. I have friends who just work their ass off to deal with their problems, and they just kind of avoid feelings. And then I have people like me, I have people that are similar to me who just kind of drown and their feelings shut down. I don't know. Everyone's different, and I think it's all about accepting and understanding the way people work. And I think that's what helps create that boundary, which we all need in some sort of relationship, in some forms of relationships that we have. Not some forms. All of the relationships that we have with people, it's really important to have some sort of an understanding with the other side. And even though you don't get closure, let's say if you broke up with someone and you don't get closure from the breakup, I think it's fair to say that don't say should, I've learnt that. Those type of words, those forceful words to yourself is really unhealthy. You should just be very open. You know, I've learned that through therapy appointments. I don't know what I'm doing. But, yeah. It's really important to not blame ourselves and just try to understand where people come from all the time, you know. And if people don't give you, like, as I said, if people don't give you the closure that you need or you feel like you need, at the end of the day, you just have to not just accept it. You know, it's hard. It's so hard. And I think when you get to that stage, we just have to accept that, you know what, if that person really, if they were the people that we thought they were, you know, they wouldn't make it this painful to understand them, I guess, or have some sort of form of communication or some sort of middle ground. You know, they wouldn't make it this hard to do something like that. And it's hard to do that, yes. And for empaths, people who tend to internalize other people's energies, it's really hard to kind of figure out where you stand and how you feel with certain situations. It's so hard. You know, I'm always thinking about other people and how they should feel 24/7. If I'm having a conversation with someone, I'm always just like, okay, so how do I just make them feel better? But for like the smallest reason, it's just a tweak. It's crazy. I go mental with it. It's just horrible sometimes because I'm like, how do I feel? Shouldn't I be making myself feel like just stable at least? But that's all I have to say. I hope to make more videos, and this wasn't really too much about spirituality. It's more sort of, who knows what this is going to be all about, but I hope you have a good night or good day, good morning, wherever you're from, and I hope to have conversations with y'all. So as cheesy as this is, give it a like, and I would like to have more discussions on anything: mental health, spirituality, spiritual journeys, my opinions on certain topics, and we'll make it as great as possible. So